Hey, this your girl, Miss Yella Diva. I am bringing you another episode of Real Housewives of Miami, Season 7, Episode 14, Navigating Friendships. I know this is late because the next episode is coming on tomorrow, but I do have a life. Also, and I am a little lazy, okay? I get all of this, okay? But I'm gonna get this episode review out today, and then I'm gonna get the next episode review out probably sometime next week. No, sometime this week. I think I'm gonna try to get it out. Okay, okay. It's just a lot, and so I have to prioritize my time, and sometimes I don't feel like it. Okay, I don't feel like it. But I have to do this because I want to review it, and I want y'all to comment on it, and let me know what I can do better and what can't do better. I don't know. I just want y'all to review it, and let me know what I can do better and what I can't do better. What I can't do better. I'm tired. I'm tired. This Miss Yella Diva, okay? Miss Yella Diva, okay? Yeah, so I'm giving you this episode, okay? Anyway, if you are new here, don't judge me, okay? Don't judge me. We do reviews here, okay? We do reviews here, okay? And if you are returning, you already know I'm silly and crazy anyway, so that's it. Okay, that's it. Okay. Give me thumbs up, like and share, and subscribe to my channel. Okay. 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 All right. So they getting ready for their cruise, okay? Because they're going on this Virgin Voyage cruise. Okay. So Gertie called Stephanie, or Tatika, that's Stephanie, called Gertie. I don't know who called who, but you know they they're talking. They're uh Gertie asked Tatika if she had talked to any of the girls since they've been back, and she was like, "No, I haven't talked to anybody." Meanwhile, uh Alexia is talking to Larsa on the phone, and Alexia's in her own beauty bar. It look empty. I'm sorry. It looked empty, okay? That beauty bar looked empty because I saw her and Frankie and maybe one or two more people. So it looked empty. So I guess she should be on Real Housewives of Miami, because she needs some supplemental income, because I don't think they're getting her too much supplemental income from this beauty bar. But anyway, so she talking on the phone with Larsa, and so they just want to trip without arguing. That's wishful thinking, honey. Okay. I don't think that's gonna happen. Y'all argue every trip. Every trip. Okay? Every. Okay? So I don't think that's gonna happen. Okay, I don't think that's gonna happen. But, you know, you could wish for it. Hope and pray, baby. Anyway, Julia. 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 Is meeting up with Marysol, okay? What the hell? What the hell? What? What the hell? Oh my God! No way! What the hell? What did you do to your hair? Who did your hair like that? Your hair look a hot motherfucking mess. Look a hot fucking mess, okay? And Marysol, you got a headband for every goddamn outfit. You got a headband for every damn outfit. Anyway. So they talking about these little boys, and so they Julia FaceTime Martina, because Martina is always with the boys. She always with the boys. Okay, you don't never see Julia with the boys, but you see Martina. She making cakes from scratch and shit, like her grandma. Well, shit. Her grandmama used to do back in the 40s. Okay, Julia old. Julia's old. And I can't talk to nobody because I'm older, okay? But Julia's old. So, her grandmama, was probably still alive back in the 60s, okay? She was probably in her 30s in the 60s. I don't know. I don't know how old. Julia is 80 something, right? Did she say she was 80? I don't know. No. I don't know how old. She may be. Shit. I don't know how old she is. I thought she was in her 80s. We're going to look this up. I really thought she was in her 80s. Let me see. Martina. Navratilova. Mm-hmm. Navratilova. Let me see how. She's 68. Okay, so she's younger than my mama. Okay, so, okay. All right. Well, I thought she was in her 80s. I don't know. Okay. So, her grandmama back in the 70s. Okay. Damn. I done messed her up. I done really messed her up. Yeah, her grandma was back in the 70s, okay. She taught her how to, cook from scratch and stuff. Okay, so let's get on with this. So then Julia. Yeah. She talked about her daughters. And so she spoke with her oldest daughter. She about 22 or something. And so when she got off the phone with her, she said, "I love you." And so Julia's so happy that she said, "I love you." But I think she just said, "I love you," just because, that is the thing to do. Let me go back on that. She's probably said she love you because she does. Okay, she does, but she don't like you right now. Okay, that's the problem. Okay, just like the youngest daughter, she love you too, but she don't like you right now. Okay, I don't know why she don't like you, but y'all gonna have to figure it out because they gonna have to take custody of these kids when both of y'all pass away. You're right. They gonna have to take custody of these kids because y'all old as fuck, and so. So y'all gonna make up eventually, okay? Because I don't even know why, what's going on, but that's really not my business. But y'all gonna make up eventually, okay? Don't even worry about that. Anyway, so Marysol said, talking about the cruise, she was like, "Listen, everybody got to be on their best behavior because what I'm not going to do, I'm not going to be banned from this damn cruise, okay? I'm not going to be banned from Virgin Voyages or Virgin airplanes either, okay? So Y'all gonna have to be on y'all best behavior. I'm gonna act like I don't know y'all. I don't blame you, Marysol. I don't blame you, child. Don't be fucking over my shit. And I ain't mad at it. I don't really like you, Marysol, but I ain't mad at that comment. Okay. I ain't mad at that. So KiKi and her daddy go to dinner. KiKi once again talk about her upbringing, how her stepmama kicked her out, and you didn't do nothing about it, and so she's still upset about that, and so Dad was like, look, first of all, he ain't apologized for kicking her out and all that other stuff, but he said, well, listen, if I didn't kick you out, you would not be here with all these cameras around you, and you wouldn't have your modeling career and all that other stuff. So I don't see what's wrong with it. Yeah, he ain't apologizing. He looked like he was irritated that she brought it up. Hey, I ain't got nothing to do with that. It is what it is. But he looked like he was irritated. But that's you and your daddy. Y'all, you might need to leave that alone. KiKi, because your daddy looked like, listen, I'm not gonna apologize for what I did, because for what I did, this is what you got. Okay, I'm just gonna protect you from all these little cronies that want to bleed you for money in Haiti. I'm gonna protect you on that, because we already know that you ain't got it like that. But everybody, because you on TV, everybody think that you got it like that. But I'm gonna protect you for all these cronies that's trying to get in your pockets. But other than that, I ain't apologizing for shit I did when you growing up. Okay, I'm not apologizing, and majority of parents don't apologize for shit anyway. I had to let my mama have it, and she was just like, okay, and that was it. So we don't even talk like that no more. Well, we don't talk about the past. Okay, we don't talk about the past. Okay, we good. We tight. We talk about everything else in the future. We don't talk about the past. We don't even go back there. Okay, so but I had to get that off my chest. So KiKi, I'm glad you got that off your chest. You ain't getting no apology. But you released it. That's what I had to do. I had to release it. So I'm kudos for you to release it. Okay, we moving on. Lisa talking to Jody. Lisa talking to Jody. She like, oh, my finger look weird without a ring on it. Shut up, bitch. So fucking what? Jody he don't look amused. He look like he got one foot out the door, Lisa. He looked like he got one foot out the door. Okay. His little Furby eyes said everything. Okay. His little Furby eyes. He looked like he got one foot out the door. He like, listen, I didn't sign up for this shit. He said all these lawsuits and stuff like that. I ain't signed up for none of this. Okay. He said, when I got with you, I thought it was something different, but, I ain't signed up for none of this. I ain't signed up for Larsa talking about how I'm texting her. When she texts me, I text her back and all that other stuff. I don't even know what the problem is. So he said, I got one foot out the door. Okay? I don't blame him. Okay? Well, he didn't say he got one foot out the door, but he looked like he got one foot out the door. Okay? Lisa was like, well, she mad because, you texting her. What if I texting Marcus? She would lose her mind. Yeah, she would. She would. So that ain't got nothing to do with her and Jody texting. Okay, that ain't got nothing to do with her and Jody texting. Okay. But she would lose her mind, but that ain't got nothing to do with the situation. Okay. So I don't know if you're gonna get a ring from Jody. You know, that thing gonna be bare for a while. Okay, you better get something on there. You gotta figure something out on that, cause that's gonna be bare for a while. Cause I think Jody got one foot out the door. So Stephanie meets with Anastasia. Anastasia got some makeup line. I don't wear makeup, so I don't know none of her line. I don't know what the fuck all that is, but she got some makeup line, and you know they've been good friends since they met and all that other stuff. So good. Stephanie, aka Tatika, she gonna throw a Christmas party for all the ladies. She gonna get some goodie bags with the makeup in it, and all the proceeds go to Haitian charity. Yes, girl, yes, because KiKi and Gertie need something for Haitian people. Okay, good for you. Good for you. Yes, yes, you go, girl. I'm with that. I am with that. Anastasia wants Tatika to be pregnant. She want her to be pregnant. Stephanie was like, listen, Masu's 24 years older than me. You know, she said, I just turned 40. And so she said, you know, I would have to freeze my eggs. And she was like, yeah, well, you need to do that. You need to do that because you need to be pregnant. Okay, you need to have a baby. But Anastasia said, you will make the best mom. But she said, because you discipline. But, you know, Anastasia, come here, girl. She said, Birkins and boogers don't go together. Okay. She already said that at the beginning. Okay. She said, Birkins and boogers. And boogers mean cheering. Cheering don't get along. Okay? They don't go together. Okay? Go together. Okay? So she is, you know, anti-kids anyway. But Anastasia want her to be pregnant. And she kind of considered it, so I don't even know why. You know, if you don't want to have kids, just say, I don't want to have kids. That's not my ministry. Okay? But she ain't say that. She ain't put like a stamp on that like, I don't want to have kids. That's kids not for me. She ain't say that. So now Anastasia like, well, you need to freeze your eggs and you need to go on and get pregnant. It is what it is. But anyway, Stephanie changed the subject. She said, you know, speaking of, you know, discipline and stuff, she was like, these ladies think I'm bossy. And so Anastasia was like, well, in our line of work, you have to be bossy because you are up against a bunch of men. And so she said, so it's not really bossy. It was just like, you have to assert yourself in a certain way because you are with a bunch of men most of the time. And so Stephanie was like, I'm glad you said that. She said, you get me. She said, but these ladies don't. And I agree with Anastasia. You know, you have to, if you are around a bunch of men, you have to assert yourself. Because as a nurse, we have to assert ourselves with all of these men doctors. Because, you know, if your patient is crumping, if they circle in a drain, you got to advocate for your patient. Hey, we got to do this. We got to do this. We got to do that. Listen, you know. So you have to get some kind of assertion to tell these men, no, this is not how it's gonna work. This is how it's gonna work. You know. So I get it. I go up against a lot of doctors. Hey, listen, this is what we got to do. And if you don't give it to me, I'm going above your head. Okay, and if I'm gonna go all the way up to the director of the hospital in a minute if we can't get what we can get. Okay, so yeah, I get it. I get it. I get it all. So anyway, they board the cruise. Okay, but because Stephanie, she has nautical Stephanie, which is, when she go on cruises and stuff like that, because she says she got to be in the water or whatever. She has a nautical a nautical Stephanie. So Stephanie is on the nautical Stephanie because she on a cruise. So she is unbelievably quiet, just like Adriana. Okay, Adriana says she just tired. That's it. Gertie asked, "What's wrong?" Okay. And Adriana said her birthday's coming up. And so now she is upset because ageism. I think she turned 59, maybe. I think she turned 59. She said her birthday was coming up. And she just don't like birthdays. She said after 40, I don't really like birthdays. And so, she said because when people find out your age, people treat you different. Good. They should treat you different. They should treat you different. When you of a certain age, they should treat you different. The problem is you trying to be young. And when they find out your age, then they don't really want to fuck with you. Because you trying to be young. Rock your age, Adriana. Rock your motherfucking age. And it's okay to be 59. Marysol 59. She ain't worried about it. Okay. But I guess because she quote unquote married, she quote unquote in a lavender marriage. Okay. So you need to find a gay guy to marry too. Hey. But Gertie said, she in the confessional talking about age ain't nothing but a number. She said, I am 47. And so then she go pose, and then she was like, that's some back fat I gotta work on. So she tried to pose this way. She was like, that ain't it. So then she posed this way. So she got it. She finally got it together. She was like, take that picture. Yeah. She finally got it together, but she had to work on that back fat. But hey, you of a certain age, you got back fat. Shit. Listen. Just be happy you made it to that age, okay? A lot of people ain't make it. So then she gonna say, I have been exchanged for a younger model twice. Come here, Adriana. Come here, baby. Let's come to the front. Let me tell you something. Those guys weren't for you. Okay? Those guys weren't for you. Okay? Okay? If you got exchanged for a younger model, then that's not the guy you're supposed to be with in the first place. Okay? That's not the guy. So get over it. Shit. Get over it. Okay? Fuck it. Okay? Find you a younger guy. Shit. It's plenty of them. Whoo, Lord, there's plenty of them. Okay? Find you a younger guy, honey. Shit. Girl. Adriana, go on somewhere. Age ain't nothing but a damn number, honey. You be proud that you made it this far. Okay? Anyway, they go back to Marysol's suite. She got the rock star suite. Good for her. Okay, they split up to go to dinner. And so it was Julia, Lisa, Alexia, and Marysol. And then the other group was Larsa, KiKi, Gertie, and Stephanie. Yeah, I think so. All right, so Julia was the first to arrive at that restaurant, and then Lisa was the second person to arrive. So Lisa was like, "Oh, I'm the second person to arrive." So she was just like, "Oh, so they late." So Alexia and Marceau, that is Love Mary Transfield, Marysol, come and and so Lisa is acting a fool, talking about, y'all late, and yeah, y'all, this is my time. You ain't supposed to be late, and so aerosol. God damn, I done called her Marceau and aerosol. Okay, Marysol. And Alexia, they were like, listen, we was late once. She said, you late every time you come. She was like, please don't make a big deal about it. But she was. So whatever. So then KiKi goes to their restaurant and she arrives first. And then Stephanie arrives next. And Stephanie and Larsa show up. And so KiKi, she upset because they splitting up the group again, and so she really wants to be in the Marysol and Alexia group. That's it. She didn't want to be in the group with Gertie and all these other folks. She wanted to be in the group with Alexia and Marysol. I don't understand why she want to be. I don't understand the popularity for Alexia and Marysol. I don't even know why they trying to kiss up to them. Girl, if you don't be a fabulous person by yourself, what the hell? Be a Stephanie. She a fabulous person by herself. Julia over there kissing ass to Alexia and Marysol. KiKi over there kissing ass to Alexia and Marysol. Be yourself, KiKi. Be an Adriana. Okay? Be a Gertie. Shit. Don't nobody care about them bitches. Fuck them. Anyway. But Gertie show up. Gertie looked nauseous. She really did look nauseous. And apparently Larsa nauseous too, because she said the boat is moving, very fast, and she was like, it's kind of going back and forth. So she nauseous too. Bless her heart. So both of the tables in each restaurant, they talking about, they really talking about Larsa and Lisa. And far as I'm concerned, I think all of this is blown out of proportion. This Larsa and Lisa shenanigans. Okay, I really think they just did this for a storyline. Cause Lisa she unfollowed Marcus. So what the fuck are you still mad about, Larsa? Why in the fuck were you that mad about her following Marcus in the first place? Okay? I think this shit was made up. Just like Drew and Portia and Drew sleeping with Dennis on Real Housewives of Atlanta. I think this shit is made the fuck up. And I'm tired of you just people just picking fights for stupid shit. Okay? You knew I think she probably followed Marcus. She probably unfollowed him. And then she said, and then Larsa was like, no, you going to follow Marcus again so we can get in an argument about that. That's it. I think that's what it is. I really think that's what it is. This is stupid. And I'm tired of reviewing this bullshit. This stupid argument. I'm tired of reviewing that bullshit. Anyway, KiKi asked Stephanie, why are you so quiet? Stephanie, like, this is nautical Stephanie. I'm very calm. Okay. Well, the next morning, nautical Stephanie or nautical Tatika is skipping down the hallway to Marysol's room with her 80s leotard on and her leg warmers and shit like that, looking like she had just escaped from a Jane Fonda workout video. Okay. She looked like she just escaped from a Jane Fonda 80s workout video. Okay. But apparently it is an 80s workout. So I was just like, I said, I said, what the fuck? I was like, I know Tatika wear old outfits, but goddamn. But it is an 80s. It is an 80s workout, okay? So I can give her that, because I really thought she had that on for real though. Anyway, so they start talking about the private jet. Marysol said, Marysol and Alexia they didn't go on. Marysol, she said, I decided I didn't want to go because I didn't want to break any rules, and you decided to leave me behind. And she was like, and so Alexia said, she stayed with me and she didn't go on a jet. And so Stephanie said, well, Julia said that I was bossy, and she said that I was bossy and I would leave you stranded. And so Marysol was like, well, I do like you. She said, and I want to be friends. She said, how about we start a new she called her a Mighty Mouse or whatever. And so Stephanie was like, yeah, we'll start a new. I think they're all that stupid. But then it says 8 hours later, Alexia is talking to Tatika and in some mud room, and she was telling her that Marysol had some other reason why she didn't come. And so then the next day, Stephanie tells Adriana that Marysol is a jealous. So Stephanie tells Adriana. Somebody, I'm making up names. Stephanie tells Adriana that Marysol is a jealous demon, and she disguised herself like a loyal friend. That's what she said to Adriana, that Marysol was a jealous demon. And Adriana don't see it for Marysol anyway. So Adriana probably already knew that she was a jealous demon disguised as a loyal friend, okay? Because Adriana don't see it for Marysol anyway, and Marysol don't see it for Adriana. So, Stephanie trying to get somebody on her team, basically. Basically. But she said, Stephanie said if she comes for me, she better have a bullseye, she said, because when I come for her, I don't miss, okay? So I don't know what Alexia said in that mud room to have Stephanie so heated. Okay, she just said that she had another reason why she didn't come. They didn't break it down to say what reason that she didn't come. And so I don't know, why she's so heated with Marysol. But I guess they'll find out the next week. But what I don't want to see is Lisa and Larsa go back anymore. Let this shit die right now. Okay, because that shit was stupid anyway. Okay, so let that shit die. Because other than that, Larsa don't really have nothing going on. Okay, at least Lisa got something going on with the divorce, and and Jody. But Larsa don't have shit going on. Okay, her son walked in the little thing. That's it. She don't have shit going on, but to be keeping up with Larsa's shit. I mean, with Lisa's shit. So what I don't want to see is them going back and forth, because I'm done with that shit. But we need to figure out what the hell Alexia told Stephanie about Marysol, and will Marysol be mad at Alexia for talking about her like a dog to Stephanie? That's what I know. That's what I need to know. I don't need to see Julia and these motherfucking kids. I need for Julia to get some black dudes around these motherfucking kids, because they need to have some black people in their life. I need Julia to do that. So if Julia finds some black dudes that can mentor these little boys, that's what I need to see. Other than that, I don't need to see nothing about Martina, Julia, and the goddamn boys. Okay, who else? Adriana, get over your Asian shit. What the fuck Gertie got going on? Nothing. I don't need to see KiKi and her daddy. Okay, I don't need to see them no more either. Okay, so y'all need to do something else. Okay, or half the people stop watching the show goddamn anyway, because KiKi, when Julia threw the water on KiKi and Gertie, you lost half your audience there. Okay. So I'm still gonna review it, but you need to figure out something else. Anyway, that was it. Give me a thumbs up, like and share and comment and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.